It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the American League East, the New York Yankees hit 3 long balls as they beat the O's in Baltimore 6-1. The Toronto Blue Jays held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 2-1. Sandy Robinson got his second W of the season as the M's took down the Rays 4-3. The Boston Red Sox combined to allow only 4 hits as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 2-1. Martin Perez collected win number 2 on the year as the White Sox pushed past the Brewers 3-2. The A's totaled 13 hits as a team as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 6-1. The Twins put up 16 hits on the day as they bested the visiting Indians 11-0. Aaron Nola got his 3rd win this season as the Rangers pulled away from the Angels 4-0. The Braves grabbed 13 hits in the game as they pulled away from the Nationals 7-0. Wei-Yin Chen got the win throwing 8 shutout innings as the Mets took care of the Cubs 2-0. The Pittsburgh Pirates got 11 hits overall as they beat the Cardinals on the road 4-3. The Arizona Diamondbacks combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Marlins 4-1. The Dodgers pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 3-2. The Reds amassed 14 hits in the game as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 9-8. The Giants combined to give up just 5 hits as they knocked out the Fightin' Phils 7-1. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
On a warm summer afternoon, we're getting set for baseball from Oriole Park here in Baltimore. Today we Wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles.
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me: a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and two, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
Now at the plate, Freddie Galvis, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the first pitch today is taken for strike one. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this...
Ouch, that one hit him.
Well, there's no strategic reason to hit the leadoff man that I can think of, so now he's aboard with no outs to start the game, and that's not how you want to get your outing underway on the mound.
First pitch on its way. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Missed with a breaking ball. Previous history against Dellin Betances. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. The 2-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, clearly this guy doesn't need many warm-up pitches because he's 98 miles an hour in the first inning. Newsflash to the offense, they better get it going.
Here's a huge swing by Cozart and a drive to deep left field. Dickerson going back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 16 for him on the year. And this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees. Digging in now for the Yankees, Charlie Blackmon. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And this is fouled at the plate. Blackmon, or Chuck Nasty as he's commonly referred to. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates: the time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
No outs, nobody on. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
1 ball has already left the yard, and the big boys haven't even come up again. Get the fireworks ready.
The 1-2. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. Base is empty here with nobody out. Hit in the air to left field. Dickerson comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Mark, how do they go about breaking out the brooms on the road?
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing, and that's moving the ball over the fence. This is a station-to-station team. Not a lot of speed in this lineup, but they don't need much speed when they're moving traffic to both gaps.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. Set to deliver the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Digging for second is Goldschmidt. And he'll pull into second with one away.
As a pitcher, you'd love to assert your authority early on in the game, but it hasn't happened so far out here. That's a home run and a double against him now, and we're still in the first. He's going to have to make some adjustments quickly if he's going to turn this around.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. So the base hit drives home their third run of the inning and adds to his season total as we check out the league leaders in RBIs. And as you can see there, he's part of a flat-footed tie for the AL lead. At the plate, Daniel Murphy. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Here's the first pitch to him. And a breaking ball stays outside.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
Two and 0.
No strike.
This is a spot right here playing first base. You have to really be on your toes. With a runner on first, a left-handed hitter up in a 2-0 count, there's a pretty good chance if he hits this, he's going to hit it hard down that first base line. So if you're the first baseman right now, be on your toes and be ready for a bullet.
Nipped the corner. 2-2.
2-2.
He stays alive, still 2-2.
Get off me, ball. That ball's way too far inside. He's got to step out of the box right now and adjust his batting gloves because he just got stung by a pack of wasps.
Sliced hard on the ground. Barehanded for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of the first. It's now 3-0 New York. Zach Godley, a hurler from South Carolina, will be the starting pitcher in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Into the box now, Dominic Chavez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A high fastball is in there. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here, they've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this should be an interesting watch today because this team's playing well, all facets of the game. But they're facing an ace on the other side today, and they're going to have to jump on him early if they're going to have any chance.
Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, definitely watch out for Corey Dickerson. He's working on a 6-game hit streak right now. That's almost a week, so I expect to see his hot hitting continue.
In now for the O's, Zue Lin. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Godley. a native of South Carolina. He was a 21st round pick during the first-year player draft of 2018.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball one. 2 out, nobody on. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Two balls and a strike now. Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. And that means that Corey Dickerson will bat with 2 out.
Dan, are you kidding me right there? I mean, that had to whistle past this guy's ear. That was a scary moment.
Hero, they call that the old chuck and duck, right? That was really close, and that's one of the things that most pitchers fear, that line drive that zips right by your head. Wow, that was awful close.
Into the box, Corey Dickerson, as he'll take a look at ball one. Bellinger is off at first with 2 away. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in safely. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. Ready on 1 and 2. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Orioles. They trail in this one 3-0. Next will be the designated hitter, Adam Duvall. Previous history against Dellin Betances. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
From the stretch. Grounded to short. Chavez fields it cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
All right, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Orioles. The guy I want to spot shadow today is Cody Bellinger. Versatility is his game. The bat plays no matter where he hits in a lineup, but a guy who can play Gold Glove first base and move to the outfield.
The slurve too high for ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. One ball, 1 strike to count.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
The 1-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2 is a breaking ball in off the plate. And look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, as a pitcher, you never want to hit a guy, but he's been struggling early, and the hitters have owned the inside part of the plate, so maybe this will help him reclaim the inner half and start to become more effective. Has to command it in there, though.
Into the box now, JT Realmuto.
And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right.
And plenty of room out there for Granderson, and there are 2 away now. Digging in for his second at-bat, Freddie Galvis. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Knuckle curve breaks outside for ball 1. 2 out with the man at first. Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with 2 runners in scoring position.
Stepping in now, Zach Cozart as he lines it out to center. Brinson is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Yanks strand a pair, but they lead it 3-0. Here's Mark Reynolds, and as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Here comes the first pitch. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner.
Love jumping out to an early 3-0 lead, but this game is far from over. A lot of innings left to be played. He's going to have to continue to execute out on them now.
And there's one down now.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense today. And I want to focus on first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. I'm going to steal a line from my partner here, Dan Plesac. Hashtag Goldschmidt happens. This former Gold Glover can play some serious defense as well as carry this offense.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes a good curveball at the knees. Career head-to-head numbers with Zach Godley. He's hitless in 6 tries. The windup and the 0-1. Up around the face.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 7th, right fielder, Curtis Granderson.
In is Curtis Granderson.
Hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Bouncer up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Boy, D-Roll, this looked like one of those easy 1, 2, 3 innings. Next thing you know, a little swinging ground ball and a 2-out infield base hit.
Yeah, it's never too late, and you never know when a rally's going to start. It seemed innocent early on. He got 2 quick outs, but now we see traffic at first.
He's set. Here it comes. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. The 1-1 home is taken for ball 2. skied into very shallow right. Gonzalez has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Orioles leave one. Still down 3-0. There's the Inner Harbor in downtown here in Baltimore. Charm City as it's nicknamed, as the third inning is set to get underway now.
Leading off for the game.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now.
Charlie Blackmon.
First delivery to him on the way. And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out. And with one away, time for a check of the standings in the American League East as you get a look at where these two teams find themselves entering play. Digging in to try it again, Paul Goldschmidt. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. He's set, and the pitch. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike one.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
Needed a sand wedge for that one. Swung on and missed. One out, nobody on. And he misses there. 1-2. The 1-2 is laid off for ball two.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Just got a piece up the line. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out. But hold on here now. He jumped out of that dugout in a hurry. He might ask for that out call to be reviewed.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang-bang plays. And looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision. Here's Chris Davis now, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Goldschmidt stands at first with 1 out. Runner goes for second. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Chavez ranging into the outfield. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting. Second baseman.
Now batting, Daniel Murphy. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted down the line in left. Dickerson on the move. And that will end up a foul ball. And it's 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Pulled toward right center field. Granderson is under it. And that's the third out. The Yanks leave 1, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson.
Center fielder, Lewis Brinson.
First offering on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
You know, Matty, I'm not surprised by that pitch. Raise the eye level a little bit. Maybe we get something bouncing in the dirt right here.
1-2 pitch is a curveball that misses 2-2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
The 3-2 one more time. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing at that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Standing in now, Dominic Chavez. And it's fouled away. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Two balls and a strike to the Orioles leadoff hitter.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
He's got to hurry, and there's out number 2.
The batter, number 6, second baseman, Zhu Lin.
Ready for another chance. Zhu Lin looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. First offering on its way. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-0 pitch is a sinker, swung on and missed. 1-1.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Murphy loves it. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adam Duvall. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. Adam Duvall leaves the yard with a solo shot. Number 18 for him on the campaign. As the Yankees start to pull away a bit, it's now 4-0.
Right now, he can't wait to get to the plate against this pitching staff. 4 home runs in this series. Bet he wishes he could play these guys every single day.
And now here comes Oriole manager Buck Showalter on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Tony Barnett answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. Here's Carlos Gonzalez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And maybe a little extra motivation for him here after being hit by a pitch in his first at bat. behind 0-2 now. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Carlos Gonzalez becomes the first out of the inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swinging a hard liner to center field. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now.
Boy, this has been a tough one for him so far, D-Roll. 7th hit of the game already. They're really making him work.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. As Dustin Pedroia says, it's a laser show out
there. Into the box, Freddie Galvis. Real Muto's running. Line drive to center field, and that's in there. Base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Hey, that's a beautiful job of executing a hit and run right there. Pretty interesting. He must have known he was going to try and get over the heart of the plate right there with something, either fastball or something off speed, because he was coming unglued. 0-0.
In now, Zach Cozart. As he grounds one briskly to short. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. The Yanks able to add on 1 more via the solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now a 4-0 New York lead. Ready now for Baltimore, Cody Bellinger, a base hit in his first trip.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. A wave and a miss. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Blackmon going back at the track, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And the Orioles are in business to start the inning. Gets a leadoff triple. So that's his 3rd triple of the year.
Yeah, that's not a ton, Matt, but he looked very capable there of picking up some more as the season goes on.
Into the box now, Corey Dickerson. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 0 for 1 thus far. 2-0 to the Baltimore left fielder.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. He pulls this one into right. Gonzalez is there. Let's see if they try it. And they decide not to push things here with 1 away as he'll hold on at third base. And now the designated hitter for the Orioles, Mark Reynolds, comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
And that one cut a little too much. A ball and a strike. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
Oh, and he's going to get rung up on a curveball, and that looked like a questionable strike at best. 2 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hot shot to third. And that's through into left, a base hit. And the runner from third scores as they try to work their way back into this one.
Hey, we're in the middle of this one already, D-Row. They finally score a run, and they've had a tough time scoring some runs.
Yeah, after taking it on the chin yesterday, it's nice to finally break through. Maybe this gives the offense the confidence it needs.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line to the right side. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Dan, after that base hit right there, we're talking about 2 full weeks of finding a way to be productive and get a knock.
Don't you think about that? You think how hard it is to get a base hit in a professional baseball game, and for him to be able to do it 14 consecutive days in a row. As a pitcher, you have to just tip your cap to this guy.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Lofted in the air out toward right center. After it is Granderson. He's there and records the first out. Digging in to try it again, Chris Davis. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. From the stretch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
I don't blame the batter for pulling the trigger right there. Those fastballs light up your eyes, and you can occasionally do damage with them, but he wasn't able to catch up with that one.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Blackmon, the runner at second with 1 away. Drilled to the left side, and that is through into left field, a base hit. And the run will score from second to make this a 5-1 game now. So another run scores there on the base hit. Their 5th run in 5 innings so far. And we'll show you a look on cue at the highest scoring offenses in the league. And as you can see there, the Yankees are currently right there on top of the AL in that category. He pulls this one into right. And that'll get down in front of Granderson for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Yeah, that's a pitch right there to split finger that needs to be buried, and it was not executed. Left it thigh high, and as an offensive player, that's what you're waiting on.
Stepping in now, Adam Duvall. As he rips it on the ground to second. One there on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after the leading off the inning, Jorge Alfaro, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Curveball looked at here for strike one. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Blackman is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Lewis Brinson.
Ready for another chance. Lewis Brinson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. It's a 5-1 game here in inning number 5. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Dominic Chavez. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. And that misses ball 1. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. This is lined to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 3 down for the Orioles. They're down here 5-1.
Leading off for the Yankees.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Carlos Gonzalez. He went down on strikes last time up. He's set. Here it comes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Brinson racing back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, catcher, JT Realmuto.
Ready for another shot now, JT Realmuto. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Now the 0-1. Rounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball. We're in the 6th inning now, a 5-1 ball game. Popped him up. Alfaro moving to his left. 2 down. Digging in and looking for more, Freddie Galvis. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. He's set and the pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Chavez into shallow left. He gets there to make the play. Striding in once again, Zue Lin. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th. First pitch of the at-bat. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Just a tick behind for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes to the Orioles shortstop.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Hit on the ground to short. And he's retired here, 1 away. So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder, Cody Bellinger. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Here comes the Yankee skipper on his way to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Nope. Fastball here too low. It's 1-0. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Hits this one hard the other way. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, left fielder.
Digging in once again, Corey Dickerson in head-to-head action against Tyler Lyons. He's 1 for 5. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. And he lays off for ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Lyons, a native Texan. He was selected in the 19th round during the first-year player draft of 2018.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off.
Throw won't get him.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Dickerson stands at second with 2 gone. 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1-2.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive and a run. Gonna have to make some.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show. Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Adam Ottavino is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a huge swing by Cozart and a drive to deep left field. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, and it's now a 6-1 ball game. We've seen these guys go deep 3 times so far in this one, guys.
You know, D-Roll, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
How about it? The center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Ottavino is a guy known for his lights-out stuff. He tends to rack up strikeout numbers at a very high rate. However, he does at times get wild. Walks have come back to bite him on more than one occasion.
You know, it's not uncommon, Matty V, for a relief pitcher to come in with really good stuff. And it seems like he's either really hit and miss. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts, but if he's not quite on, he'll also rack up a lot of base on balls. And that can cause a pitching coach and a manager to really start to pull their hair out.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Granderson is under it. One away.
Now batting.
One gone here in the Yankee seventh. And stepping in, the power hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Pitch on the way. Hit in the air to center field.
Waiting on it is Brinson.
Makes the play, and there are two gone now. Here's Chris Davis now. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. First offering on its way. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. And he goes the other way, but he got a lot of it deep down the line. And that is off the wall in right field. And he is into second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
When you play with fire, you have to expect to get burned once in a while. He's about as hot as you can get right now. They continue to pitch to him, and he continues to make them pay. Nice double off the wall here.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. Line toward right center. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Ready once again, Wilmer Flores. A hit in 2 tries so far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
0-1 the count. 0-1, here's the pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. So one gone in the inning, and that'll bring up Curtis Granderson. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a knee-high fastball. 1 out, nobody on. Counts even at 1-1 for Granderson.
A great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
Pitch popped up. Cozart over to his left. 2 gone.
Up next for the Orioles, catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Coming to the plate now, Jorge Alfaro. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all the way, and he was going to zone him up.
behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Galvis has it. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Nothing across here this half. 8th inning coming up. In now is the Yankees DH. Adam Duvall is working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
Adam Duvall.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses for ball 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Count is 1-2.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So their half of the 8th opens with a man aboard.
Boy, that wasn't a very good pitch there. Up and away. That breaking ball, D-Roll, that slider intended to be down and away. Instead, it was up and away.
Yeah, that was definitely a missed spot right there, Dan. You saw the batter's eyes light up, and he didn't miss it.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Sliders in for a strike. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. He pulls this one into right. Well, this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out. A look at our line score there from Memorial Park. The Yankees lead this one here in the 8th as the O's will get a couple of more cracks before this one's all said and done. Rafael Diaz will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Duvall, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And he misses with it, 1-1. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. Now the 2-1 pitch. Into right field. That's a base hit.
The batter, number 13, shortstop.
So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, Freddie Galvis. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Basil Johnson will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only 1 out in the inning. Way out in front. This year against right-handed pitching, Johnson brings a batting line of barely over 200, so there's certainly some room for improvement there.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Yankee shortstop behind in the count 1-2. Hits this one hard the other way, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
Adapt and persevere. That's what I always said on the offensive side. Down in the count right there. Batter hits a ground ball the other way. He's able to fight off a tough count and get himself a base hit.
Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Softly hit out to short. So this is pulled in by the shortstop. Steve Cishek answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just one out to get out of it.
Number 41.
Charlie Blackmon will be the first one to greet him, and he'll bat in a big spot here. Bases loaded and 2 out in the inning. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Alfaro is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tighten. Rafael Diaz will stay in the ballgame as he'll likely do the catching from here out. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Devin Mesoraco is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now pitching for the New York Yankees, number 48, Kyle Barrett.
First delivery to him on the way. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate here as that misses. Mano-a-mano numbers with Bearclaw. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Counts even at 1-1 to Lewis Brinson. The 1-1 is strike 2 swinging. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Dominic Chavez. Here comes the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. And a fastball just a bit up.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Bearclaw, or Bear for short. He was a 12th round selection during the first-year player draft of 2018.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
D-Roll, this is the kind of guy, he doesn't really scare you as a pitcher because he's not a home run hitter, but somehow, some way, he always seems to get the barrel to the baseball.
Yeah, he's going to make you earn it, Dan, no doubt about it. He stays within himself. He doesn't try and do too much. One of those quality guys that walks through the clubhouse door every day. You know exactly what you're getting.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Chavez, base runner at first with 1 out. The bouncer to the left side. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, there's a base hit right there. Now they have a couple of runners on with less than 2 outs, but they're down by so much in this game that hopefully maybe they can get something started here in this inning.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. I've played the game a long time. I've never seen a big league hitter give an at-bat away. You chip away and fight until that 27th out is made.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen.
McGee.
First pitch of the at-bat. A ball and no strikes.
Well, the O's have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now would be a great time for that.
Count even now at 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses for the second ball.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Hit in the air to left. Davis is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Now batting.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Corey Dickerson. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
2-0 now. Too tight with that one. 3-0. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Here's the first pitch to him. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Behind 0-2 now. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Granderson is under it. 1 away. Next for New York, Chris Davis. The numbers head-to-head with Steve Cishek. He has been silent, 0 for 13. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, this ball is hammered to deep center field. Onto the lawn and gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. 24 home runs for him on the season, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Now batting, second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
Here's Daniel Murphy now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Belted high and deep into right center.
Looking up is Brinson.
Gone! Back-to-back homers. A solo shot there for Daniel Murphy. Home run number 5 on the year, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Now batting, designated hitter, Adam Duvall.
Into the box, Adam Duvall. Line towards center field. Brinson is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
The catcher, number 39, Devin Mesoraco.
The catcher, Devin Mesoraco, stands in. The numbers head-to-head with Steve Cishek. He's a .333 hitter. First offering on its way. Fouled away. Ready with the 0-1. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. Mesoraco was born in the state of Pennsylvania. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip it on to first, and with it, that ends the inning.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for New York, number 36, Yusmeiro Petit.
Here's Mark Reynolds starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And the changeup is way low that time. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now.
It's 1-2.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
The 0-1 pitch. Hit down the 3rd baseline. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
Up next for the Orioles,
It is Curtis Granderson. In previous matchups with Yusmeiro Petit,
He's 0 for 5. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. And that one just missed outside. Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay. Throw on to first, and the Yankees have run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
8-1 is the final score this afternoon. The New York Yankees blasted 5 home runs en route to victory. Zach Godley takes the win on the mound, his second of the year. Dylan Betances worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees. 8 runs on 18 hits. No errors. They left 12 men on base. For the Orioles, 1 run, 7 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 11 minutes. Our paid attendance here at the ballpark this afternoon, 48,876. The Orioles would like to thank you for attending today's ball game and remind you to please drive home safely.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the AL East, the Yankees got 18 hits as they blew out Baltimore 8-1. They now have 5 straight wins. As of right now, the Orioles are in second place in the AL East, and the Yankees are atop the division. The Toronto Blue Jays held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 2-1. Heading into the day, the Tigers are in third place in the AL Central, and the Blue Jays are in last place in the AL East. Fred Everett won the game, finishing a complete game 1-hitter as the Rays defeated the Mariners 6-0. Entering the day's action, the Mariners are leading the AL West, while the Rays sit in third place in the American League East Division. The Red Sox had 12 hits as a team as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 4-1. At the start of the day, the Astros are in fourth place in the AL West, and the Red Sox sit in fourth place in the American League East Division. The Brewers swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they dismantled the White Sox 13-2. In the standings, the White Sox are in fourth place in the AL Central, and the Brewers sit in first place in the National League Central Division. The Oakland Athletics completed a 3-game series sweep as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 5-4. As of right now, the Royals are in first place in the AL Central, while the Athletics sit in third place in the American League West Division. The Cleveland Indians knocked out 10 hits as a team as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 4-2. As of today, the Twins are in last place in the AL Central, and the Indians are second in the division. The Angels totaled 11 hits as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 6-4. At the start of the day, the Angels are atop the American League West, while the Rangers are at the bottom of the division. The Atlanta Braves allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they bested the visiting Nats 3-1. In the standings, the Braves sit in third place in the National League East Division, while the Nationals are at the bottom of the division. Evan Gattis was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs, helping lead the Cubbies to a victory over the Mets 14-5. As of right now, the Mets are atop the National League East Division, and the Cubs sit in third place in the National League Central Division. The Cardinals knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got the win after some free baseball against the Pirates 5-3. As of today, the Cardinals sit in last place in the National League Central Division, while the Pirates are fourth in the division. The Miami Marlins broke up their 5-game losing skid as they got a road win against Arizona 8-4. At the start of the day, the Diamondbacks are in first place in the NL West, while the Marlins sit in first place in the National League East Division. The Los Angeles Dodgers grabbed 13 hits in the game as they toppled the Rockies 7-1. In the standings, the Rockies sit in second place in the National League West Division, while the Dodgers are at the bottom of the division. The San Diego Padres combined for a 4-hitter as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 2-0. Heading into the day, the Padres sit in fourth place in the National League West, while the Reds sit in second place in the National League Central. The Philadelphia Phillies picked up 14 hits in total as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 7-2. As of today, the Giants are in third place in the NL West, while the Phillies sit in fourth place in the National League East Division. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.